Advantage of extra time with the kids in the summer can feel like an amazing opportunity and a big challenge at the same time. So here to share ideas for your summer bucket list, we have Dr. Ashley Stevens from Cabell County Schools. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes. Okay. So why do you think families should consider making a bucket list?
It allows you to share time intentionally. Summer is this big magical thing right now, but once it gets rolling, we're a part of it, and we're not looking in anymore. And so taking a moment here at the beginning to say, like, by the time we get to the end, these are the things that I hope we've experienced together. Makes a big difference. It also gives everybody a chance to contribute. So it's not my bucket list or your bucket list, it's our family's bucket list. So we all get to say, you know, a few things that we really hope we get to enjoy together. Hopefully there's some agreement on some of them. But some of them may be something that we're doing for a particular sibling or for a parent or for a child because that's their favorite. It also gives us shared experiences to look forward to. And just, you know how it works. Like, is the vacation the fun part, or is it the lead up to the vacation where you're anticipating it? And so this kind of makes all of summer, you know, feel that way, that we have something cool happening, whether, you know, you have to schedule it at the end of a week for a weekend, or if it's something that you can fit in throughout the day. However it works for your family, just knowing that that's coming up.
Okay, well, I know you made a list because you're good at this. Let's take a look at your ideas for a bucket list.
So these are mine, but every families are going to look a little bit different. So it's important to think about, you know, using this as a springboard. What things are kind of canonized in your family? Like, it's not summer unless we've gone, you know, on a best friend's road trip with this particular family. Or it's not summer unless I have been, you know, to my grandma's farm, or whatever it happens to be. So these are some things that are inexpensive. They don't require a ton of prep time or materials. A lot of them you can do for free at your house. So I just wanted to get people thinking that in no way, shape, or form is this like the golden standard for a summer bucket list. But hopefully it starts a conversation.
Exactly. Okay, so what do you think families should consider when making their own summer bucket lists?
You have to look at the people in your family and what their preferences are. Obviously the age of your kids, you know, if you're the one kind of guiding this. As your kids get older, maybe they're the ones who are guiding this conversation. Look at your budget and your schedule and think about who else is involved in your summer. I know that I have a best friend group, and we have to be together. It's just something that has to happen in the summer. So making sure that I include them in thinking about this is an important part. So just thinking about, like, is it your neighbor, or, you know, who else should be a part of it? And then dream big, but know that you can par it down. Maybe your kids, you know, want to go to some far off land. Could you make a dinner that is centered around that? And could you watch, you know, a movie that's placed there? Or even if your kids are older, a documentary that's about, you can do a lot of travel from your living room. So at the beginning, all things are possible. You know, let them dream big, and then as you start paring down and making your plans, you can kind of trim expectations.
I like that idea. Maybe have dinner night be some exotic food from some country they would love to visit.
Absolutely.
Oh, I like that. Any other reminders and ideas for us as we make our own bucket list?
We wanted to make sure that we offered things that were cheap, free, or worth it. It's always one of those. And so think about, you know, if you have a vacation and you have an opportunity to, you know, put some funding towards something, what does that look like? But also, can you sneak in some, you know, day trips or a weekend adventure? I know that there is a bakery about an hour from here that my husband just mentioned that he really thinks we need to go to this summer. So if it's a road trip to a bakery, absolutely, 4-mile bakery, we're coming for you. So those types of things that don't have to be a big deal, but it will, by talking about it as a big deal, by putting it on your bucket list, it makes it a big deal for your kids.
I do love this. And, you know, chasing fireflies, lightning bugs, I mean, that is as simple as it gets.
Absolutely. And
that is a great memory maker. Okay, you have a lot of information here in the Summer Learning Toolkit. Where can we get a copy of this?
Yes, you can find that on cabellschools.com. Once you get there, you're going to go to Families, and you look for Family Academy. The Summer Bucket List is at the top, and then all of that is kind of nestled down into the Summer Learning Toolkit as well.
Play flashlight tag. That brings back a lot of memories. I love these. Well, Dr. Stevens, thanks so much for stopping by and sharing summer bucket list ideas to get our summer break off and rolling.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.